Imagine a forge, heat roaring, steel on anvil, sparks flying. Now imagine that steel is your soul. Most people think the fire is their enemy, but I've learned something different. The same fire that tries to break you is the fire God uses to make you. My name is Casey, and this is my faith. I am a Stoic Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ, who saves, sanctifies, and sends. I believe in the sovereignty of God and in the stewardship of self. I believe trials are not punishments. They're appointments, divine invitations to become who I was made to be. And I believe that emotional composure, courage, and compassion are not nice-to-haves. They are marks of a life forged in light. Here's what that means in practice. Stoicism taught me the dichotomy of control. Focus on what you can govern, your thoughts, your actions, and release what you cannot. Christianity taught me surrender, not to fate, but to the Father who loves me. Put together, this is my daily stance. I steward what God has placed in my hands, and I surrender what belongs to His: wisdom and worship, discipline and dependence, steel and spirit. The world will hand you moments designed to trigger you, an accusation you didn't deserve, a door that slammed shut, a diagnosis that shook your bones. The easy path is outrage or despair. But hear me, outrage doesn't rebuild a life. Outrage only burns it down. Faith is the water that cools the blade. Discipline is the hammer that gives it shape. And love, disciplined love, is the edge that makes it useful. Scripture says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." Guarding your heart isn't hiding from life. It's training your heart for life. Stoicism calls this virtue. Christianity calls it fruit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Different words, same reality, character formed by choice and grace. So here is my creed. If it resonates, say it with me, out loud. I will not be mastered by moods or headlines. I will not outsource my peace to people who don't own it. I will stand where my feet are, do the next right thing, and leave the outcome to God. When the heat rises, I will remember. I am not fragile. I am being forged. When the hammer falls, I will remember. I am not being ruined. I am being refined. When the sparks fly, I will remember. The light in me came from the light of the world. This is not theory for me. I have lived it, scar by scar, and every time I chose response over reaction, prayer over panic, service over self, God widened my capacity. I became calmer, clearer, kinder. Not because I am strong, but because He is. You might be thinking, okay, Casey, how do I start? Here's the simple framework I use every day. I call it the 4 Ps of living forged. Pause. Before you speak, decide, or scroll. 1 deep breath. Slow is smooth. Smooth is strong. In that breath, you reclaim your agency. Pray. God, give me wisdom to see, courage to act, and love to serve. Short, honest, straight to the point. Prayer is how surrender turns into strength. Practice. Choose the next right action within your control. A kind word, a truth told, an apology offered, a boundary kept. Do it now. Excellence is built in tiny, repeatable reps. Persist. Tomorrow, do it again. Not flashy, faithful. Growth isn't a leap, it's a cadence. James writes that testing produces perseverance, and perseverance makes you complete. Keep showing up. If you actually run the 4 Ps this week, pause, pray, practice, persist, you'll feel the difference. Meetings shift, conflicts cool, clarity rises. Not because life got easier, but because you got steadier. And steady people become ready people, ready to love, to lead, to serve. Let me leave you with this image. Picture yourself stepping into the day like a blade fresh from the forge, aligned to truth, tempered by trials, edged by love. You don't cut people down. You cut through the noise. You don't draw blood. You draw boundaries. You don't start fires. You carry light. That's the heartbeat of my forged books. Tools to help you live this out when the camera is off and the pressure is on. If something in you is saying, This is the path, then lean in with me. Here's your next step. If this spoke to you, follow this channel right now. Drop the word forged in the comments so I know you're in. If you want me to walk with you personally, DM me forged, and I'll send you the starting plan. And when you're ready to go deeper, start with the forged books, because transformation deserves a blueprint. Friend, you were not made to be brittle. You were made to be bold, steady, and luminous. The fire isn't the end of your story. It's the birthplace of your calling. So when the heat rises today, don't run. Pause. Pray. Practice. Persist. Live forged. Walk in light. And let the world feel the difference. I'm Casey. If this stirred your spirit, follow, reach out, and let's build a life that can weather anything and bless everyone. The anvil is ready, the hammer is raised, let's be forged together.